Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. So today we're the first group to present our drama entitled The Crystal Heart. Long ago, in the palace by the river Thames, lived King Edward and his daughter, Princess Isabel. Like any other young ladies in her position, Princess Isabel was kept indoors, away from the eyes of admiring men. She spent most of her time in her room at the top of a tower.
I am so bored. My life is meaningless. I can't go out. All I can do is sitting by this bench, reading novels, chatting with my maid, and gazing out at the garden. Run your day, please, summer can be alone. I'll be waiting. All that's left to do is run. You'll be the prince and I'll be the princess. It's a love story, baby, just say yes.
One day, as she sat there, a song floated to her from a distance, in a voice deep and sweet. She looked up and saw a fishing boat coming up the river.
Do you hear it? How beautifully he sings!
What is it, my lady?
She closed her eyes and listened again as the voice drew near.
Just close your eyes. The sun is going down. You'll be alright. No one can hurt you. Morning light. You and I'll be
Oh my! He must be very young and handsome. Perhaps he knows I'm here and sing it just for me. Oh dear Maid, tell me what should I do? I want to know him. I want to know him.
Perhaps he is a scholar in disguise.
Yeah?
Or perhaps a palace official.
No.
Or maybe a warrior of our country. Or maybe he is a prince. Regardless of what he is, maybe he is the man you are destined to marry.
Perhaps he is. He must be someone of France. No. He must be. I hope to hear his beautiful voice again.
The voice disappeared, replaced by the silence of the night.
All day long, Isabel waited for the voice again. She waited for the next day, and the next, and the next.
Why doesn't he come? Doesn't he know that this heart is beating anxiously for him? I miss his voice.
I'm sure he'll come for you, princess. You are the epitome of every man's desire of this country. Please, don't lose hope.
I have died every day waiting for you. Darling, don't be afraid. I have loved you for 1,000 years. I love you for 1,000 more.
As the days passed, Isabel grew no better. At last, she went to her bed and stayed there, refusing to talk, sleep, eat, or drink. The news of his daughter's illness reached the king's attention. He came to see her.
Daughter, what is the matter? Please look at me, for I can't bear to see you in this state.
But Isabel simply refuses to open her eyes or even speak up for the sake of anyone, even her father. The king summoned the royal physician.
My deepest apology, Your Highness, for I can find no illness from the princess. Without any illness, I can offer no cure.
As the weeks passed, Isabel grew no better. Finally, the maid came to see the king.
What What is it that you have right here for my daughter?
My king, your humble servant here did not know the specifics on what ails her mistress. However, only the one who ails her can become her cure. It is not the sickness of the body that seeks treatment, for this is the sickness of the heart.
Sickness of the heart? Tell me more, servant.
Princess Isabel has been infatuated by a certain voice. So enchanted she is by it that she wishes to marry the owner of such voice. She is sick for love.
It shall be done. After all, she is at the age where she should marry.
And he sent out a messenger at once. Days later, the messenger returned.
Lord, in no great house of this province does any young man know the song. But I found in a nearby village a man who sings it. A fisherman named Emrys. I have brought him to the palace.
A fisherman? Let me see him.
The messenger brought him in. And for a moment, the king was too astounded to speak. The man was neither young nor handsome. His clothes were ragged and he stank of fish.
Certainly no match for my daughter,
Thought the king.
Somehow she must not realize.
The king gave his order to the fisherman.
Go to my daughter's room and sing your song.
Soon, Emery stood anxiously outside the princess's room. I couldn't understand why they brought me here. I'm just a fisherman, wishing for an honest living. What could they want from me? I had harmed no one, done nothing wrong.
Just sing your song.
Just close your eyes. The sun is going down. You'll be alright. No one can hurt you. Come morning light. You and I'll be safe and sound.
In the room beyond the door, Isabel's eyes flew open.
I know this song. He's here. How can that be? Oh, what should I do? What should I wear? Oh dear maid. Hurry up. Help me dress. I can't wait to lay my eyes on him. It's all I want to do.
Isabel jumped from her bed. Never had she so swiftly clothed herself, put up her hair, made herself up. By the time the song drew to a close, she looked like a heavenly vision in flowing robes.
I'm ready. Now, open the door.
Isabel tried to calm her wildly beating heart. She forced herself to cast her eyes down, stand shyly, a manner proper to a modest young lady. As the door pulled open, Emrys shrank back, not knowing what to expect. And in that moment, he found himself gazing at the greatest beauty he had ever known. He felt his heart leap, and he fell deeply, desperately, helplessly, irrevocably in love. Isabel could not wait a moment longer. She lifted her eyes to look upon her beloved, and in that moment,
A prince? A scholar? A warrior? Why, he is nothing but a common fisherman. How terribly, terribly silly I've been,
Shaking his head at her folly, she turned her head away, returned to her bed in frustration, and whispered,
Close the door. He doesn't deserve to stand before my eyes. I don't want to see him. Faster, faster.
Princess.
the door closes to Emery's face. He stood there frozen. The laughter of the princess kept ringing in his ears. He felt his heart grow cold and hard. That girl is without a doubt is the most awful, snobbish creature that ever walked on earth. How could her do this to me?
Think you are running around leaving scars,
Opening a jar of hearts and tearing love apart. You're going to catch a cold from the ice inside your soul. So don't come back for me. Don't come back at all.
Who do you think you are?
Who do you think you are?
Emrys was sent home, but he could not go on as before. Hardly eating or sleeping, he grew pale and ill. He did not care if he lived or died, and soon he died. The villagers found him dead in his hut. On his chest sat a large crystal.
What is this thing?
It is his heart. The prince's love was wounded his heart so badly that it turned hard to stop the pain.
What should we do with it? It is so lovely, like one of his songs.
We should put it in his boat and let it float down to the sea. At sundown, they set the crystal down to the and let it float down to the sea. Then they pushed the boat from its mooring and watched in sorrow as it drifted down the river and out of sight. But it did not drift to the sea. It came to shore by the palace. And so it was fated that the king found it at sunrise as he strolled along the bank.
What do we have here? It's so beautiful. Perhaps I should bring it back and give it to my daughter, as she is as lovely as this crystal.
A few days later, when no one had claimed it, the king sent it into a tunnel to be made into a teacup. He came to the princess's room to thank the cup.
A gift for my lovely daughter. It is said to be the most beautiful crystal ever. I made into teacup thinking of you, Belle.
Oh, Father, it's beautiful, just like me. Thank you. I can hardly wait to drink from it. Maid! Maid! Come here, for I have a little errand that I want you to do before you go to bed. Make me some tea so I can drink from my brand new crystal cup.
Very well, my princess. The maid brought the tea.
Here your tea, princess.
Thank you. Isabel lifted the cup to her lips. But just as she was about to drink it,
On the surface of the teacup was Emery's face. She was gazing at her in sorrow. And soon,
Oh my! Am I dreaming? Is this true? Emrys, what are you doing in this cup?
well, hello, my lady. I have come here to haunt you.
Get away from me, you stupid ghost! You!
Ha, silly girl. I'm a ghost now. You can't hurt me. Easy girl. Easy girl. That's just how you live. Oh, take it all, but you never give. Should have known you were trouble from the first sight. As your eyes wide open, why were they open?
And Isabel remembered those eyes she had seen so briefly through the open door, and she remembered her laugh.
What have I done?
You crushed my heart.
I was so cruel. I didn't mean to hurt you.
Liar.
I didn't know you were hurting so bad. I'm sorry, Emrys. Very, very sorry.
her eyes filled with tears. A single drop of tears fell onto the cup, melting the cup away and releasing the spirit of Emrys. Isabel then heard the song one last time, flowing off over the river.
Cause we lost it all, nothing lasts forever. I'm sorry, I can't be perfect. Now it's just too late, and we can't go back. I'm sorry, I can't be perfect.
Goodbye, Emrys. Goodbye, again. Ta-ta.
It was not many months more when Isabel was given in marriage to the prince from a neighboring kingdom. He was young and handsome, and she felt that all her dreams had come true. Yet now, as she gazed from a different garden and a different view of the river, she often heard the song of the fishermen echo softly in her heart. I heard that you're settled down, that you found a prince and you're married now. I heard that your dreams came true. Guess he gave you the things I didn't give to you. Oh, Belle, why are you so shy? It's not like you to hold back or hide from the light. Well, I hate to come across uninvited, but I couldn't stay away and I couldn't fight it. Never mind, I'll still be able to find you, for I'm a ghost anyway. I hope this marriage won't work out for you. Don't forget me, Isaac. Just remember this.
Sometimes it lasts in love, but sometimes it hurts instead. Sometimes it lasts in love, but sometimes it hurts instead.